with the heater just being very weak or really not working at all. So the first thing I checked was to make sure that I had my coolant level properly topped up, and I made sure that that was fine and that didn't fix the problem. The next thing I checked is that there is a flap here which controls whether the air is going to the heater core or not. And so the trick here is that, take out all the screws here, pull out this, and then you'll see there's actually a door. So at 90 degrees, it'll be like wide open. And then if you put it at 60 degrees, it should be closed. So by going to those two extremes, you should be able to see whether the door is working or not. So the door was working for me, so that wasn't the problem. So the final thing to look at was whether the heater core itself is jammed up. And to fix that, you need to flush the heater core. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So the way this works is you've got this hose, and this is where the water is coming in from the engine. So you need to remove that clamp, and then the water comes out through this hose, so you need to remove that clamp. Now when you remove this clamp, just a bunch of radiator fluid is going to come pouring out. So I basically just put a hand underneath the car and just let it run out through here. So I don't know if that's a great idea. You want to try and perhaps try not to get water on the wires and stuff like that, but that's what I did. I just let it run straight down to the pan, and you do want to catch that. You don't want to let that run off. Antifreeze is poisonous to animals, and then you need to go and dispose of that properly. That's all I did. Now, actually, to do the actual back flushing, once you get this hose off, it turns out that your standard garden hose connector will fit nicely in there. So you can go ahead and just jam that in there, turn on the water, and it will begin flushing. But then, you have to deal with this other side here. So what you can do is that you can also get a garden hose repair kit, and it just happens that this side will fit neatly in there, and then you can attach another garden hose. That's kind of the output. Or another thing you could do, I didn't have another garden hose, so I actually cut my garden hose and I put in one of these garden hose menders, and then you can use that as the output hose. Also, you can also use this to flush it both ways. So you can stick this in here, stick your garden hose into here, and turn on the water, and then it will come out that way. So I flushed it both ways. I also put the CLR cleaner into the system. I just basically put a funnel on this side, filled it up until I could see it basically coming out of this side, and then I left it there for like 2 hours. And then flushed it once again both ways until it was clear. And lo and behold, after I did that, my heater is now working beautifully. So I was able to get it fixed, but that's all you need to do.